It looks like you just saw a part of history that I thought we wouldn't see again for a long time. A lot of stock markets, including those in Japan, the US, Taiwan, and other places, have lost more money than they ever have in more than 40 years. Not only that, but all of the big US tech stocks and cryptocurrencies are also being wiped out. We're talking about 20% losses in just 24 hours. I'm going to bring this to your guys' attention because it's ridiculous, and we need to know what's really going on behind the scenes. This affects XRP, Bitcoin, and all cryptocurrencies. You need to watch this all the way through because I have some very important information to share with you that will change the way you think about everything you invest in today. Press the like button and let's begin. Okay, this is a pretty scary headline. Japan's stock market has lost the most money since 1987. Now that's clearly pretty crazy. They've been trading for about 40 years and today is the worst day they've ever had. Since then, the drop on Monday comes after a drop on Friday when the Nike and Topics fell 5% and 6% respectively. The market drop was probably caused by the Japanese central bank's move to raise interest rates by cutting back on sales of government bonds. Of course, quantitative tightening has been going on for a while now in the United States. Because the economy is so weak, Jerome Powell has not been raising interest rates. However, Japan made the very difficult choice to raise rates even more than they already have. Since no one in the Japanese economy saw this coming, it has, of course, had a huge impact on the world economy as a whole, right? There are also problems in the Middle East because of the war that is still going on and because there is a lot of unpredictability. But I'm pretty sure this is the bottom. It looks like this will be the bottom for a while. This early on, no one really thought this kind of terrible sell-off would happen. I most certainly wasn't. I believe that more than $1 billion worth of crypto was liquidated in the last 24 hours. We will talk more about this soon. Wow, that's a surprise, right? It would have been terrible if Jerome Powell had raised interest rates. If it was this bad for Japan to raise interest rates, just think what would happen if Jerome Powell of the US, which has the world's largest economy, did the same thing, right? It would be the end of the game for everyone. So it makes sense that we'll be seeing a lot of price behavior that is bad. When the business is bad, this is what takes place. We'll have higher rates of unemployment, you know. We don't want inflation to be this high, and interest rates are still going up, which makes debt pay even more. That being said, yes, this month is going to be really hard. I also said in a recent film that the next 2 weeks are going to be really hard. However, things will get better in about 30 days. We'll talk about that soon. But first, I want to talk about some other things that are going on here, right? As I quickly said, more than $1 billion has been taken out of the Bitcoin market in the last 24 hours. Okay, crazy, right? I was one of the people on that list of liquidations. To be honest, I had a few open positions, and I still do. Some of them are on XRP, some of them haven't been closed yet, which is good, but I was trading with low leverage 4x to 5x, and a lot of those positions were closed because I bought them when the price was looking like it would top every week. Don't get me wrong, I knew we'd see red candles. I just didn't think we'd lose more than 20% in one day. I don't think anyone really thought this would happen, so don't be hard on yourself if you lost money. Also, don't sell out of fear right now. That's one thing I want to stress to everyone watching this video. Do not sell your assets quickly out of fear. There's something I want to show you guys soon. It looks like Wharton Professor Jeremy Siegel thinks that the Fed should cut rates by 75.75% right now because of everything that's going on. Of course, this would help, but it also brings up the question and problem of, okay, they cut the rate by 0.75 in case of an emergency. What's going on with inflation? Even with the interest rates that are in place now, inflation numbers have been going up for a couple of months. What will happen when we cut the rate by 0.75% in an emergency? Yes, the markets will definitely go back up 100%, but there will be a lot of other questions like, does inflation start going through the roof? That's not a good idea. I really hope that's not true, but time will tell for sure. Do you guys think it would be a good idea to lower the rates? Still, Taiwan's stock market has lost more money than at any time since 1967. Right now, some countries around the world are going bankrupt. Taiwan and Japan are being wiped out, but I also mean the US and the crypto market, as we can see. I mean, those are pretty much world markets, right? The Bitcoin market in particular. There are people here from all over the world. Because of this, it's sad to see that people are losing all of their life savings. It's crazy. In order to help you all understand, I'd like to stress what's happening in the stock market right now. Google is down 11% in the past 24 hours. Amazon, Microsoft, and Nvidia all at 10 and 11. All of these top tech stocks that are growing quickly are going down, right? And crypto usually goes down about twice as much as the tech stock market. It also sees about twice as much growth, especially for the big caps. Like we saw with Bitcoin, when Google went up, say 10%, Bitcoin went up 20%. Coin value drops 22% when Google falls 11%. It's important for all of us to understand that tech stocks and cryptocurrencies are closely linked. They've been moving in the same direction. It's days like these that make us remember that we're still connected to the stock world. The ties between us are still very strong, yes. There's a lot of guesswork about what's going on, but the most solid piece of analytical information I can give you is that Japan's stock market has taken a terrible dive with huge losses, and everyone thinks that this is what's causing major market sell-off around the world. Not good that interest rates are going up. Taiwan is the same things are terrible, and most European markets are falling sharply at the same time, right? That's as some people say. I don't think it's a civilian crash, but it's pretty much the biggest crash we've ever seen. Because of this, anytime we see 20% losses in a single day, it's something that should raise a few red flags. Also, we need to remember that some people like Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway have record high amounts of cash on hand. I learned the hard way that whenever Warren Buffett has a lot of cash on hand, the markets are about to crash. This is what I saw with COVID. I just saw this. I read a news story yesterday about Warren Buffett in which it was said that Buffett has a record-setting $220 billion in cash. I saw that and thought, man, I really hope this doesn't mean what I think it means. And, well, here we are. When Warren Buffett sells all of his Apple shares, the price drops 10% in one day. He then plans to buy it back. The truth is that these leaders, the ones who handle trillions of dollars, know things we don't. It's also not fair, right? You do know what Warren Buffett knew, right? Did BlackRock CEO call him and tell him we're going to dump it? Then Warren Buffett said, okay, I'll hold all this cash. For what reason did Warren Buffett keep so much cash on hand? Why do these people have access to this information and we don't? Is something we should have really asked ourselves the day before this crash. You see, I'm looking at the market trends and research, but it's clear that these guys have an edge. It's really annoying me. It's possible that Warren Buffett knew ahead of time that Japan would raise interest rates. He also knew what that would mean for the markets. He knew that the day before it was made public, and now we're here. What gives these people the right to see this information? Because they are powerful and have a lot of money? Yes, but it's not fair to the regular working class American or person because they can see all of this while we can't. Okay, I have to say that the world we live in now is not fair at all. They can be solved with cryptocurrency. We must keep fighting the right battle and never lose sight of what's important. That's the most important thing right now. This is so we don't lose sight of what's important. After all of that, I agree that today is bad, but I think this is the bottom. I'm ready to make money, so I'm buying with every dollar I have right now. I hope you all are too. I hope you're not selling in a hurry. To everyone who lost money on long bets, I'm sorry, I'm with you. It's awful. However, let's make some money one time, and let's not always let these snobs win. That's not how they should win. Please click the like and subscribe button if you liked the movie. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.